Hello, hello, Aries, and welcome to Stars with Stasi, where no matter who or what you are on this cosmic journey, you are welcome here. Greetings, I'm Stasi, your trusted psychic and intuitive reader. This is your weekly reading for April 14th through April 20th, or whenever you come across this message, it's meant for you. I've already shuffled your cards, so we're going to go ahead and get started with this week's theme, and then we'll pull a Celtic cross and clarify as necessary. So I've got the Musician, inspiration and gratitude. So maybe you are getting yourself involved into something this week that makes you feeling more creative. I've got the Traveler, moving in a new direction. So maybe it's going to have you even more than that, maybe pivoting, right? Your vision. Number 4, opportunity. So I love this for you because 4 is the number of the Emperor in the major arcana and Aries. So you're showing up in your reading in one way or another, right? So I feel like you have opportunity coming your way because you've got this card of gratitude as well. It reads inspiration, but it also reads gratitude. So you never know. We might be seeing something like the 3 of Pentacles, something like with a mentor, but we'll see. All right, so Spirit, let's go ahead and pull this for Aries. What do you have for Aries? What's happening with Aries? What's the present position for Aries this week, please? That's too many cards. 1 second. I did see, for a matter of record, I'd see the Temperance, right, which has come up for so many of the signs, Sagittarius energy, and I also saw the Moon. So in your central position, the High Priestess. So High Priestess shows up when she's asking you to maybe dig a little bit deeper, right? Get real with yourself, right? Unlocking the mysteries of the universe, getting to know yourself, sitting with your intuition. The High Priestess also indicates that, you know, there's more to learn about yourself. This is fascinating for your central position because this is a really, really deep card. This is Piscean energy as well. So it's asking you to dig deep in your emotional self, right? And to trust who you are, to trust that you are able, to trust your instincts, right? If something is around you that you have been questioning, if you are feeling, because I saw the Moon card earlier, just when I was shuffling and the Sagittarius card came out for Temperance. So it's indicating to me that you're onto it, right? Like you're onto something, you're onto someone. Something is not feeling quite right. So we'll clarify as needed. So let's see. It's also maybe about this fear of relying on yourself, right? This is coming through, so I have to say it. There might have been this energy in the past where if you were going through a tough time or you were, I don't know. Remember earlier when I said you're going in a new direction and maybe somebody comes your way and, you know, something inspires you. But maybe the reality is that you are the inspiration, right? Maybe you need to rely more on yourself. We'll see. All right. So what's challenging Aries right now? What's the challenge? One moment. The Moon card again. Guys, these are really intuitive, emotional, deep thinking cards. Things like this is telling me on both counts that you don't have the full picture of something. So I can't tell based on the cards just yet if this is about relationship, work, or at home. So take this how it resonates because it is a general reading. But definitely it's like your gut's telling you something, but you don't have all the facts. And it's maybe preventing you from making a decision, right? There's some apprehension. So what has led up to this need to know for Aries? What's led up to this situation? Why does Aries feel like there's something that isn't being revealed? I see the Wheel of Fortune. That's what flipped up, so I'm going to take it. So the Wheel of Fortune is about an ending of a cycle, but a karmic cycle. So you know, it's starting to feel more and more like either work or a relationship. I'm sorry, I'm just getting some messages here. So with the Wheel of Fortune, it's a number 10. 10 reduces to 1, the number of self and the number of limitless possibilities. So there is something about to pop off for you because you've got all these cards indicating moving into a new direction, having a new opportunity. So maybe it's that you're really feeling that energy of the wheel is about to turn, but you're not sure exactly how it's going to go yet. Because the Wheel of Fortune in the traditional Rider-Waite deck has a, a devil at the bottom and an angel at the top. So what does that mean? It means that as the wheel turns, meaning because we're cyclical, right? We're cyclical creatures. Like everything has a rhythm and a pattern, and it must ebb and flow. So whatever you're experiencing in life is meant to go through the wheel of change. And the wheel has all types of energy in it, and it houses the most extreme vibrations of any situation. So how do you survive the wheel turning, right? Because that can make you dizzy. How do you survive this? You find the central position, because the truth is it's inevitable. It has to happen. It's a universal law. So when you are at your highest high, you will experience the lowest of lows, but it's meant to balance you out. And maybe you can't change the particular experience that you are going to have or are having, but what you can change, where you can control the wheel and be the driver, is through the perception, how you decide you're going to live through this wheel turning. Because the reality of it is it's going to turn. It has to turn. So it's a matter of, are you going to be the captain of this ship, right? Are you going to take charge of the wheel? And what's stopping you, I feel like you don't have all the facts. Like you're feeling like maybe something is just not clear. So what's likely to occur this week? What are one of the outcomes that can happen here for Aries? We've got 9 of Pentacles. This is very independent energy. This is fulfilled and financially stable. This person has put in hard work, and as a result, they are living their life in a positive, happy way. And there's fulfillment here with financial stability. So maybe and I'm hearing this pretty clearly, maybe you have always felt like you've had to work really, really hard to make ends meet, or that there just wasn't enough. And then all of a sudden, instead of focusing on making more money, it became focusing on having less things, or focusing on living a lifestyle that requires less energy outside of the home. I don't know, take it how it resonates, but there's a shift here that allows you to look at things differently. And as a result, your perception, puts you in a place of independence. But I also feel like you got to this place emotionally first. And as a result, these opportunities are coming your way this week. So let's keep going. What would you like to happen? What does Aries want to happen as a result of all of these unknowns and, things to be revealed? Ideally, 2 of Wands. So the 2 of Wands so let's talk about it. The Ace of Wands. That's the inspiration. That's, the catalyst has taken place. You get the idea and you're like, yes, I'm going to go after it. The 2 of Wands is like the visionary, the planning stages. Okay, well, this is what I want. And in order to get there, I've got to book plane tickets. I've got to schedule vacation time, right? Fill in the blank. So this is the preparations for the 3 of Wands, which is when you actually start to pursue it in the material world. So this is like the thinking of it. And it also might be something that you're doing for the second time around. So because of the timing in the universe, right? We're in Mercury retrograde. We have, what else? We just had the eclipses happen. So this is being recorded on the 11th of April, and the solar eclipse in Aries in your sign happened on the 8th. And because it was in your sign, it was all about your identity, who you are, right? And so that's what I'm saying. I feel like with these cards of like things not being clear, more to be revealed, what's next, this is about you. It's not about anybody else. This eclipse just happened in your sign. And I feel like you're starting to gather yourself in a different way. Like you're showing up differently this time around. And you have released some serious karma. I mean, the eclipse literally was about that for you. So the 2 of Wands is the beginning of this exploratory period. But again, Scorpio had this in their reading also. So take it how it resonates. If you've got Scorpio in your chart, you may want to watch that video. But ultimately, it was like something coming full circle, coming back around for you to revisit because it's meant for you. And this time when you do it, it's taking off. So it could have been like, a hobby in the past. This time it comes around, it becomes something that makes you money, something like that. So take it how it resonates, guys. It's general reading, but that's what's coming through. All right. Now, what underlying feelings does Aries have about all of this? I've got Six of Cups. Remember earlier I said things coming full circle. So the Six of Cups is about something from the past. It could be person, right? It could be an old friend. You might be revisiting a neighborhood, run into a high school buddy, whatever. But more likely, it's that things are coming full circle for you. Like, I can feel it too. Like, you don't know what the next step is. You don't know how this is going to turn out. And it's just like you're stepping into this, it almost feels like wishy-washy energy. But I got to tell you that things are actually coming full circle for you. You've got 9s and 10s and lots of leaning on yourself for guidance. I mean, this is a situation, Aries. You know what it's coming through? Like maybe in the past when you have felt so unsettled, you relied on everybody else but you to guide you, right? And then it turned to shit. Like you relied on your best friend, your husband, a counselor, you know, somebody in the community, right? Maybe you were always just like looking for answers outside of you and it hasn't worked, right? You maybe you're starting to feel like, man, I've done all this work. I've been in counseling. I've gone here. I've done the work. It's not happening. It's because you are the one that needs to be giving you advice, believe it or not. We have been programmed to believe that the answers are outside of us. And magically speaking, they are, because as within, so without. However, they start from within. So if you can sit with yourself and sit with your past and sit with your emotions and lean into the fact that maybe those messages that you're getting, those nudges to do or not do the thing, right? They are coming for you divinely timed, and you need to follow your own advice. I feel like in the past, you've maybe made decisions that had you not trusting yourself, or the outcome had you not trusting yourself. But that was from a place of the past when you didn't have, even then, all the information to proceed and make decisions. Like I feel like the blinders were on. So let's see. What is the advice for Aries, please? What is the advice for Aries? Devil card, right? Release an old way of thinking. So Devil card is, excuse me, they come through and it really messes with my speaking. I'm sorry. I don't know how many of you read cards or mediums or anything like that. So comment below, because I can't be the only one that this happens to. And no matter what I drink, what I do, when they come through, it's like we fight for the space, I guess. The devil. So Capricorn energy, right? This is a twisted way of the world, a belief that you're chained and tied to a program, a belief, a job, a partnership, whatever. Whatever it is that has you all in your feelings and in your head, not knowing what's happening next. Because quite frankly, I can't pick up on what's happening, right? This is an energy purposely meant to conceal and confuse. So all I can tell you is that you are feeling unsettled about something. This is confirmation. You need to follow your gut, and that things are changing as a result. But one of the main things that I'm seeing here is that you've got to release this idea that woulda, shoulda, coulda, that you have to be where you are, or that you're supposed to live your life just for your kids or just for your husband or wife or fill in the blank, right? So there's other ways to get what you want out of life. And quite frankly, you're not getting what you want by doing things the way others want you to do them. You've got to find your unique voice and step out of this and know that you have a lot more control than you think you do. And that it's a perception. Everything's a perception. So the advice is release old perceptions and try to step into a new way of you, a new way of thinking. What external influences? Let's see what's going on. 2 cards came out. Okay, I've got the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords. So the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords. So swords represent intellect, power, mind, communication. And pages are very curious, right? They're all about I don't know, being curious. They want to learn new things. They want to express themselves differently. They want to be heard. They want to be seen. And they're just, they're excited, that excited energy. And the Queen of Swords is a much more mature version of that, right? She, on the other hand, has lived a lifetime or two. She sees things for what they are. She has one hand extended to take what serves her and one hand holding a sword to relieve her of what does not. And so her head's above the clouds. She can see clearly, and she is a visionary. And I feel like you're in this mindset of the page where you're curious, that, you want to do things differently. You have ideas, you have thoughts, you want to change the quality of your life. And you are in this period of refinement so that you can see even more clearly what's next. Excuse me. So yeah, the Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, there's a lot of communicating having to happen, maybe like looking at things differently. It's all about perception and how you see things. Truly it is. So what are your hopes and fears? What are the hopes and fears for Aries this week? What are the hopes and fears for Aries? 10 of Swords, right? The fear is that when you take this step, something's got to come to an end. It's okay. It has to, right? Whatever it is, because it's not for you. We have another number 10 here. So the ending of something consciously is because karmically speaking, it's meant to dissolve. And again, this could be person, place, situation, but I think it's a mindset for you, Aries. It's a mindset. It's where you take back your power. And, that's really what this reading has been about, like taking back your power. And I'm also hearing that for a long time, you've been told, like, I'm seeing a muzzle. Forgive me, but that's how I'm seeing it. Like you've been muzzled. Like, oh, Aries, you're saying too much, or you're too strong of a voice, or, your opinions are too strong. And it's like you've been muzzled. And there's this apprehension of being out and bold again. And whatever that looks like. It might just be the way you show up in relationships, the way you show up at work. I'm not sure. Because again, it's being concealed. I think that it's just that Aries in general is going through this redevelopment and redefinement period of who they are. And so there is an old you coming to a complete end, and that can be super scary, So let's look at what the outcome is as you go through this transformation and discover who you are again, right? What is it? What's the outcome? We've got 3 of Pentacles. So look, remember in the very beginning, I said I expect to see the 3 of Pentacles. And then this whole reading became about trusting yourself and maybe turning what your lessons into something beneficial. So look, the 3 of Pentacles comes up as the final outcome. It's exactly what I said in the very, very beginning, right? This is generally about working with people, co-collaborating, things like that. And I've been telling you to lean more on yourself than with others. But this is also about being the inspiration for someone else. Maybe you are the person that people start to come to. And it's like also being recognized for your hard work. There's this energy of, you come through the other side of this dark night of the soul and you have reinvented yourself in 6 months. And that's how it's coming through. It's like, you had this eclipse happen in your sign, which was all about the redefinement and redevelopment of you and your excellence, quite frankly. And then from there, I feel like we go into this energy of like, people say, wow, Aries, you really did that shit. Look at you. You really busted it out and you have inspired others. And again, it's this energy of like, I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I feel like you're definitely getting there. You are making all of the preparations to step into your greatness. I mean, that's the best way I can say it. And you are releasing something. And I feel like on one hand, you're excited to step into the new you. On the other hand, it's a little bit scary because you don't have all the information. But Spirit says you are supported and you are going to get the accolades for your hard work. So go ahead. Oh, shadow work for Aries, please. We'll take this one. Number 11, fascinating because the number 11, not this card, but it added to 11, came out for Sagittarius. So if you have Sagittarius in your chart or you're involved with the Sagittarius, you may want to check that reading out. Number 11, addicted, right? So I feel like, are you addicted to a way of life? Are you addicted to a pattern that doesn't serve you? And maybe that's the deep exploration that you're doing this week, right? This reading's coming full circle, just like the Six of Cups. So I feel like, you know, you're digging deep into yourself, who and what you are, what's going on, how is your life working, all those first house questions. It's the eclipse, it's the retrograde, it's exactly what's supposed to be happening right now. So don't get in your head about like, oh, you know, I've been in a funk, whatever. It's okay. We're in a retrograde. We're in refinement period. So this work right here that you're doing is leading you to ask yourself some really tough questions. So don't be in this loop. You see, this is also has 10 swords in their back. It might be 11 actually, but they've got a bunch of swords. The point is in their back. And it's like this feeling of being beat down almost, but have you become addicted to that energy? And is that what you're exploring about yourself? If you're stuck in a loop, make sure that you aren't living there because it's become comfortable and feeding that energetic portion of you. So, all right, Spirit, let's go ahead and look at this empath card for Aries, please. What's the empath work for Aries? Thank you. Number 27, manifesting the future. 27 reduces to the number 9. 9 is the ending of a cycle, the completion of a chapter, because you're ready to step into a new future, right? And remember, there is no past, present, future. Everything's happening now. Everything's happening right now. And what you want wants you. So even if you don't know where every step is going to take you, do not wait, create. Just get out there, Aries, and know that you are perfectly and uniquely guided each step of the way. Okay? Take it or leave it, but that's the way I see it. I feel like you're working hard, you're focused, you're manifesting. But if you're feeling exhausted, if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's because you're in this period of deep discovery. So allow yourself the time and the space necessary to get reacquainted with who and what you are. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys have been doing a lot of work this last year and a half, if not longer, but I feel it's been like 18 months. So take it how it resonates. And remember that these are general readings. So if you're looking for a more personal experience, feel free to book over at my website, www.starswithstasi.com, where you can get astrological charts, personal readings, and mediumship readings. Also, guys, remember, we're all stars from the sky with feet on the ground, doing the best we can with the information that we have. So be kind to yourselves and each other. Do all the YouTube stuff, hit those buttons, share, like, subscribe, hit that hit the notification bell, and drop some comments below. Show some love. I respond to each and every one of you guys. And follow me on all the platforms at Stars with Stasi. And until next week, Aries, may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it. Have a great week ahead, and I'll see you next time. Shine brightly.